Hello everybody, this is Wes recording live. And for you guys on YouTube, I'm going to be making my macaroni and cheese recipe. It is inspired by Alton Brown and others. Well, I don't care. If their names are mentioned in the background, it don't matter to me, because they don't have to watch. They get pissy, that's fine. And I'm going to keep this recording anyway, because I'm getting fed up with the interruptions. Let's go forward. I'm going to show you this recipe. I've got a set amount of cheese. My mother wanted some degree of Velveeta in it to tone down the other cheeses. That's just fine. So I did that. So that's what's in here. I'm cooking a whole pound bag of pasta. I'm cooking a whole pound bag of pasta. Well, this is my mother, folks. And seems like it's never a good time to make a recipe video, but I'm doing it. They don't want to be in the camera, but oh well. That's too bad.
You just make you ding in the kid thing. I ain't said a word.
Well, y'all didn't want to be in it, and I keep re-recording because y'all come up in here, but I'm keeping this recording anyway.
I don't care.
Well, you told me originally you didn't, and in one moment you said you did. You didn't want to be in it, so.
Well, I'm trying to cook supper for.
So anyways, what, I am too. What do you think I'm doing? But I'm making a video out of it. I don't care. So I got a whole black pepper to taste. Due to the use of salted butter, I'm going to coat the pasta after I take it out of the water. In the meantime, while this is cooking for 9 to 11 minutes, what I'm going to do is mix up the savory, the portion I'm going to put on the pasta after I coat it with butter fat. Salted butter for the fat to coat the pasta. So, okay, in the meantime, I got this black pepper to taste, half of a teaspoon of Himalayan Pink Salt, 1 whole egg. You don't want it to be overly rich, so taste-wise. Get the egg beating started a little bit with the salt and everything, and the black pepper. So this is just to get the egg beater going. Next thing I do is I get the whole jar of milk open. This ain't entirely a jar. I measured 1.5 cups, but it just filled this thing up nearly all the way. So this ain't quite a pint, is it? I measured 1.5 cups or 12 ounces of whole milk. I use grass-fed milk in this case. And you just mix this up, wash the egg beater, put it up, and just make sure you have a fork and you stir it all together. And now, Alton Brown has a certain measurement of hot sauce. I don't do as much. I just do a couple of splashes for the custard. This is technically like a savory custard. I'm going to count the splashes I do just to cut. Let's see. I'm only going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'll just leave it at 3 plus a drop. But I know I do 3 to 4 splashes of hot sauce in this. I stir it in. When you have it mixed all together, have it all mixed together. It should all be a nice uniform. You have specks of black pepper in it, visible and everything. It should all be mixed together nicely. This will be done. Now, when the pasta is finished cooking, this is when I add this custard in and put it back onto the pasta back in the same pot after straining the water off, and put I'm using just a couple tablespoons of salted butter to coat the pasta, and that's why I want to use half a teaspoon of salt just to be safe, because this butter is salted. Now, if it were unsalted butter, you would use a whole teaspoon or a whole teaspoon of salt, kosher salt, hand ground Himalayan Pink Salt like I did. I hand crushed them in the mortar and pestle, like with this mortar and pestle here. I gotta get the other mortar, the matching mortar. And yes, so in about, how many minutes has that pasta been cooking? Well,
I'll have to taste it. It's nowhere near ready.
well, when the pasta is finished boiling in the salted water, now remember everybody, you gotta taste the water you're gonna put on a bowl, and you gotta salt it, make it salty as the sea. That's a big thing. And
No, did you put that in your sauce?
yeah, it's black pepper's all in here.
Okay, I'll put the salt in.
Yeah, go ahead. And once I have this finished cooking on the stove, then I will take the butter, coat it with a couple tablespoons of salted butter, and then I pour this savory custard in, the peppered savory custard, all of its glory, into it. And then I eventually, on low heat, I get it warmed up on low heat, and I pour the cheese in there and make sure it's melted all together. Now, I did if it were like the original recipe like Alton Brown did, it would be 10 ounces of cheese. I had to increase it by 4 ounces. So I got 14 ounces of cheese. It's close to 50-50 of like sharp cheddar and Velveeta, because that's what works. That's what my mother likes, as well as everybody else. So, plus I found out you can make your own Velveeta, but then again, I'm not surprised. All it is certain fats, milk, whey, and cheeses and emulsifiers ground together, mashed up together, and then solidified, so pulverized together. So probably make your own Velveeta just for it. So I'm going to keep checking my pasta until it's finished, until it reaches al dente. I'll see you next time. It'll be al dente in just a couple minutes. I'll see you in part 2.